Hey ArcheryTalk, this is Lucas, and today I thought I'd give you a little head-to-head comparison of the brand new Mathews V3 27 and last year's VXR 28. These are both very solid compact hunting bows, and whenever I get a new bow in, people always want to know how I like it compared to the previous year's model, so I figured we'd get this out of the way early this year. I have both of these bows set up right now at 29.5 inch mods. They're both coming in at exactly 30 1/8 inches draw length. So Mathews usually runs about a ½ an inch long. That's pretty much true the same way here. The V3 27 came in pretty hot from the box. It was about 75 pounds, so I had to turn the limbs down to 70. And as I recall, the VXR 28 came in a little hot last year. Wasn't 5 pounds over. It might have been a couple pounds over. I'm not exactly sure. It's been a while. But right now they're set up as close as I can get them. I shot a 350 grain gold tip platinum pierce arrow through my chronograph to test for speed. The V327 came in at 326 feet a second, 326 again, and then 326 again. All three arrows with the same speed. The VXR 28 came in just a hair slower. First one was 324 feet a second, and then 325. And then 325 again. So really just a foot a second separating these bows. That's as close as you're going to get. It's basically, the speed is going to be a non-factor on these things. Fit and finish is great all around. I'm not a bow tuning expert by any means. I'm not entirely sure the benefit of the angled cable rod over the straight one. I'll have to talk to Mathews about that and kind of get their thoughts on why they did that. I haven't had a chance to bug the marketing folks about that just yet. It did, however, make tuning interesting and setting up, because I just put my D-loop on this bow dead even with the wheels. That's because Mathews says this is the middle of the string, so I use that as the middle of the string. And tuning-wise, the 27 was giving me a bit of a low tear, so I moved my rest down a hair just until it was right. And that seemed to do the trick. Maybe I could have started with the D-loop up 1/8 of an inch higher, would have done the same thing. But that's tuning-wise, both worked out great. Left to right was perfect out of the box. This bow came with the rest on it, and I didn't really move the position of it. I just kind of eyeballed it a little bit with make sure the arrow looked to be running straight down, and that was the case. So tuned up great. The VXR 28, as I recall, tuned up great last year as well. What else? Draw cycle is almost imperceptible. Realistically, it probably is. Maybe somebody who's a slightly better archer than I am could tell you a real difference, but they're using the same cams. The draw feels very similar. Stability wise, God, that's a tough one for me, because they're both so close. This one is a little bit shorter, the 27, but the riser, as far as I can tell, is pretty much the same length. The limbs are a little more kind of past parallel design. And so I think that helps with overall stability. I shot these in a head-to-head comparison. I shot like a FITA 720 round at 50 yards. You're normally at 50 meters, but my pins are marked in yardage on these bows. So I went end to end. The first end I shot the 27, the second end I shot the 28, and the third and the fourth, and shot it all. So each of them put 6 ends out, and the scores were very close. The VXR 27 ended up winning by 2 points, but realistically, that 2-point difference is likely user error. They both hold fantastic. My only issue really with the 27 is that I'm getting a tiny bit of fletching contact on my chin when I come to full draw on this bow. I don't get that on the 28. I don't get that on the V3 31 that they sent in. Just the 27. It's the slightest little bit. It has not really affected accuracy as far as I can tell. I'm shooting this bow great, but it's just something maybe to think about. Maybe that'll be more of an issue if I'm in full-on hunting gear in the woods with a hat and gloves and a bulky jacket and all that. Maybe it's slightly more of an issue. I don't think so. As far as anything else with these short bows, every year I kind of think, this is too short. I'm gonna like a longer bow better. I'm gonna wish I had a 33 or 34 inch bow. And every year the Mathews has been surprising me since the tracks came out. The 27, again, it doesn't seem like it's going to make sense, but I shoot it great. As far as for me, there's no pros are concerned about me, but I'm shocked at how well this thing performs downrange. It really is a treat. And the 28 is, again, I preferred this over the 31.5 last year from the VXR, and I shot my first public land deer with this bow last year, and I really am a fan of it. When it comes to picking a winner, it's a tough choice. Realistically, they're so similar, but if you're paying the exact same price for both of these, I would probably go with the V327. And I say that because if you're looking for these bows, you're looking for something that's ultra compact, and this bow is just a little bit more compact. You know, noise-wise, sound-wise, they're very similar. This one might be a little more like a hollow sound, like a hair louder, but I mean, that's just my ear. I could be wrong on that one. But it's, you know, it's the most compact bow I've ever shot. It's and if that's what you're after, that's the bow for you. There is an advantage, however, with the VXR 28, is that you can go a little bit longer in draw length. I've got the A mod in this cam, which is the longest this bow can go. 29.5-inch cams, measured at 30 1/8 inch of draw length. This bow, you can go use a 30-inch mod on this cam and get you 30.5 inches of draw length. So if you need that extra draw length, this is going to be the bow for you. And you know, here's the thing: if you're going to spend your money, if these are the same price. Yeah, I was mentioned I would probably go with this bow, but if you can save a couple $100 because this is last year's model, which you might be able to at your dealer, I would say buy this one. I don't think that the 27 is $100 or $200 better than this bow by any means. They're very close. They're both excellent bows. So if you can save some money by getting this one at a year old from your dealer, I would suggest you go and do that. I think that's about it for now, Archery Talk. Thank you so much for watching. Please do like, share, and subscribe. We're going to have more bows coming in soon. If you got video ideas, please let me know in the comments, and we'll see you again.